Greetings, flesh wound horror freaks, and welcome to a brand new franchise episode of Flesh Wound Horror. We're doing Maniac Cop tonight. I'm Daniel Shine. That's Pugs Dread.
Namaste.
Mike Kruger.
What's up, you sick motherfuckers?
And I do not know where Todd is.
This is a prepaid call from
Predator Todd,
an inmate at the county correctional facility. All phone calls are subject to recording and monitoring. To decline this call, press 9 now, and to accept this call, press 1 now. Thank you. Your call has been accepted.
Fucking Matt Cordell got Todd. Son of a bitch.
They got me. I'm here, though.
Don't try and attack him in the shower, Todd. I mean, learn your lesson.
It happens. Well, I should be free soon.
So yes, we're here tonight to talk about the Maniac Cop trilogy. We've referenced Maniac Cop over the years, but I don't think even Todd and I back in the day did an actual Maniac Cop show.
No,
so
our first time really talking the series.
Yeah. So this should be.
I can't get over this. This is great.
I got to keep the show evergreen. Come on.
You're right. Okay.
Looks like those are awfully wide bars. I feel like, I don't know, maybe Peter Dinklage can bust you out. That can be the twist.
We'll send you a saw or one of the files. There we go. Fuck, we'll send we'll send Leo Rossi to go get you.
Well, dude, if you're in jail in Maniac Cop 2, you're fucked. I hate to tell you.
You're not wrong.
That is not gonna end well for you, I'm afraid. But before we get into, is Kruger, were these first times for you?
No, I've been a long time Maniac Cop fan. Ironically, like, when I was discovering Freddy, Jason, Candyman, some of the slasher, big icons, Maniac Cop came up pretty like early in my viewing days. So I've always been a fan of these movies. I've always thought they were like supremely underrated because I just feel like all the Maniac Cops, they blend action and horror together so well. And like, it's still a slasher movie, but it's got all these elaborate stunts like an action movie would have. And, William Lustig was, firing on all cylinders with this fucking series, like really, creating some epic shit.
And Larry Cohen, can't leave him
Well,
out.
yeah, of course, Larry Cohen as well, but
R.I.P.
Yeah, rest in peace. But I've always been a fan of these movies. I've always thought that Matt Cordell was a super underrated slasher icon that I wish more people knew about, because honestly, like, you don't hear these movies talked about that much. And I was really happy to, see the 4Ks that were coming out from Blue Underground recently, on top of Joe Bob Briggs doing, 1 and 2 on The Last Drive-In, which was fucking two of the best episodes we've ever gotten. In The Last Drive-In. So rewatching it. Oh, go ahead.
I said cosign. I agree with you 100% on those Joe Bobs.
Yeah, like they were so good. Like, and just the questions he fired off to Bruce Campbell and William Lustig between the two episodes. It was super informative. And even if they contradicted themselves a couple times. Oh yeah, well, you got to know, Joe Bob's always a little tipsy when he's fucking doing.
Well, no, I don't mean then. Like, Bruce Campbell told the story, and then William Lustig's story was totally. So I was like, but memory's a motherfucker.
It's funny.
I believe Bill more than I do
Bruce. Yeah, I agree.
Bill's got a good memory. Bruce Campbell's always been hostile to Maniac Cop 2 because he was going through a divorce at the time. So there was always that.
He talked about on the Joe Bob show that, and he wanted more money because he thought, for the sequel, you should be getting more money. And William Lustig was like, yo, like, nah, we're just going to kill you real quick. So, and he wanted to, and like,
before we go further, we should say this will be an open spoiler show. So we will, once we get a little further.
Yeah, no, and what was cool is Bruce was also talking like he wanted this crazy, elaborate like death with the maniac cop with chainsaws and all types of crazy shit. And then William Lustig was like, "No, we want the surprise factor for you." And I feel like that was a smart decision by getting that surprise factor, but as time went on, I feel like fans of Bruce Campbell kind of held Maniac Cop 2 to a lower standard because he gets killed off so unceremoniously and he doesn't get this great, final battle scene. But yeah, I adore all of these movies, even like, the lesser of the franchise. I still think they're fucking great, fun. Yep. And yeah, I'm excited to talk about this shit with you guys. So
yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen the third one in maybe 8 years. I remember the last time I saw all three because I was showing a buddy of mine that had never seen it, and man, they hold up. Even the ones that aren't as good. Like,
yeah, we'll rank them all.
We'll get there, but like it's just a good time. Maniac Cop Matt Cardell, fucking, he's cool as shit. Like, and he had like his arc throughout the whole series. I thought, one was like, oh, it's one and done, cool. Oh, 2 made it really cool. Shit, 3 just added some gems to it too. So yeah, like they had it down. I think this series is also fucking underrated.
Well, and Robert what's his last name?
Robert Zadar. I have a story on him.
Yeah,
speaking of stories, I got a Maniac Cop 3 win at the end too.
Oh,
how I made a bunch of people watch it.
Oh no, go ahead, Dan. Talk.
Oh no, when I was doing my shitty little movies, you make a big list like who could we actually afford, and I mean it's kind of a sad story in a way because Robert Zadar was like a very affordable name. He was in really bad health from what I gather towards the end of his life, and it was just another one of those cases where it was just there's just no money left, but he was actually quite affordable. He was in some pretty wretched Z movie level stuff towards the end.
Let me ask you this: it's not like he's passed. Do you remember what that affordable price was?
I don't, but it was doable. It was kind of like one of those, like if you get him there kind of deal, if he doesn't work too long. It was not bad. I mean, it wasn't like Conrad Brooks where, maybe a meal and $20 would get you Conrad Brooks. No offense.
Handshake.
Rest in peace, Conrad. But yeah, Zadar was like, oh, you could get him. But he was in pretty rough shape. I know he was having a tough time getting around. And I don't remember all the health issues, but yeah.
He passed during a convention when he was signing autographs.
Yeah, it was funny. On the Joe Bob, Bruce Campbell was like, yeah, that's the way I want to go. Like during in the middle of a fan's question, you just fucking knock my head on the table and fucking never get back up.
He said to just put his head down so they would think he was thinking of an answer. Yeah. So then someone has to go and figure it out. That's hilarious.
Truth be told, it's not a bad way to go out. I mean, you're feeling the love, hopefully, at the convention, and then, not a bad way to go.
But
well, that was probably happy up until
it started off pretty good.
Yeah, the ending not so much, but
I totally forgot what I was going to say.
Also, that chin would fucking just knock that strap off.
That Tango and Cash, you broke that jaw. That line still.
Carradine didn't stick the landing, unfortunately, but yeah.
Well,
what's your memories of Maniac Cop, Dan?
I'll get into that because I think it's going to be interesting. I saw them forever ago on VHS, and I'm trying. I don't want to give anything away before we get into our rankings and everything, but I think I'm kind of curious tonight where things fall for you guys because again, we really haven't talked about them. But I remember my vivid memories. Of course, again going back to the Mon Pop Sunburst video, which was a big one for me. And just seeing Robert Zadar, who was just such a presence, like what is going on with this dude's face? And I'm pretty sure it was the first Robert Zadar movie that I saw. It's possible I might have seen something else.
You didn't watch Tango and Cash first?
Well, that would have been close, but I'm pretty sure it was Maniac Cop. But yeah, it's possible it could have been Tango and Cash. But I just saw the dude and I was just like, what's going on here? Is this makeup? That's not like a normal face. Yeah. He was actually a Chippendales dancer. I'm picturing those chicks that I don't know. They might have been a little bit traumatized when he walked in there.
It's easy on the legs.
There you go. So yeah, I'm excited to get into these tonight, and of course, I'm a big William Lustig fan.
Well, I guess I'll tell mine. Yeah, I did not see this first one theatrically. I know Tango and Cash. I did see them first because I saw that theatrically. But Maniac Cop video store, I ended up buying it. Funny story about this. I don't know if you know, because I can't remember. The original one was, I can't think of the name, Transworld Entertainment, I believe. But there was a budget release, for sell-through. I had the yellow title, but that version actually included all the television scenes in the movie. Kind of like there's that Halloween tape that has those in it also. So that was one. And that was the one I became used to. So I was like, oh, wait, those scenes are missing. But, and yeah, if I wasn't incarcerated, I'd show you my Maniac Cop 2 laser disc I still have. But, yeah, I'm a fan. And
awesome.
Random fact, because we're talking about releases. And second one was direct-to-video. Third one was premiered on Showtime. I remember this because I had to cancel HBO for the month. No, it was the movie channel. It was the movie channel. I'm sorry. Had to cancel HBO for the month and get the movie channel so I could record Maniac Cop 3.
I think you made a good choice there.
Yep. So, there was no Tales from the Crypt that month, so it was an easy win.
There's a lot of interesting names in this franchise, and I'm curious. I'm excited to talk about some of the history behind these films. A lot of talent throughout these. There really is. And also, I also want to throw out one that a lot of people forget. Robert Zadar took over for Rowdy Piper and returned to Frogtown.
Yeah,
not a lot of people.
I haven't seen the second one.
I mean, the first one's better, but Robert Zadar, can't go wrong.
And we won't talk about 3 or 4 because they're just garbage.
What? I only knew about the first one. Holy shit.
3 and 4 are...
So we're not going to be in a franchise show.
Maybe we can get Ozzy to watch one.
I've never seen them.
Even the first?
I recommend the first one.
Okay.
One of my favorite lines, I fuck for freedom. R.I.P. as well.
Yes.
Or Sam Hills are gone.
Do we want to jump right into our rankings? I'm kind of curious.
Absolutely.
All right. Who wants to go first on this one for rankings?
I can go if you want.
Okay. Are we
doing it
counterclockwise?
I can. Kruger kick it off so Todd can go last.
All right. So this is hard for me because, to be honest with you, I think Maniac Cop 1 and 2 are on the same level as each other. Especially, I think Maniac Cop 2 does everything a little bit bigger, but it also doesn't have that cast of Tom Atkins and Bruce Campbell. So I'm going to go with Maniac Cop 1. Also, just because later on, one of my favorite scenes is in Maniac Cop 1. So I'll go Maniac Cop 1, but Maniac Cop 2 is just as good as 1, and then Maniac Cop 3, which I don't hate. I think it's a solid slasher, but it's not on the level as the first 2 films. Nor is it as consistently awesome as the first 2 movies either. But I wouldn't argue with anybody if they would put Maniac Cop 2 over 1, though, because Maniac Cop 2 is just so fucking good.
Well, you're correct, because I'm the same way. You ask me on a different day, and 2 might be ahead of 1. But right now, with the just revisiting them, one takes this first spot, but like by just a hair. 2 is the shit, and also has my boy Leo Rossi, so I can't fucking hate on that.
Dude, Leo Rossi's the shit.
I'm shocked they didn't give one just for that.
I do again. Ask me tomorrow. We'll see. But today, it's I'll go Maniac Cop 2, and then like Kruger said, Maniac Cop 3, not a bad film, but it is nowhere near as cool as the first 2 for me. So those are my rankings, and I would like that 4th one to be made, or that remake series. I'm ready for it.
Yeah, I'm
Good
down.
time for it. So, what about you, Dan?
All right, we'll get into this. So my favorite is, in fact, 2. I think that 2 is great. 2 is just a lot of fun. These films have always leaned a little bit more action for me than horror, but of course, it's certainly still a horror film. And 2, what
Over
a
the
great,
top.
yeah, what a great action film, and it's a crazy ass movie.
Final act, dude. Like it's
Oh,
ridiculous. This shit.
Yeah, no, 2 is absolutely insane, and it's surprisingly good. It really is. Even people that are not too inclined to like a movie called Maniac Cop have commented that 2 was just, it felt a lot bigger than it
had a bigger budget.
should have been. And yeah, it had a much bigger budget. 3, of course, was like half the budget and trying to do the same stuff. And I just think the bizarre Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer like relationship between Leo Rossi and Robert Zadar was just so unique.
See, Dan's turning me.
I get you.
I think it's a much better film than 1. And I'll get
can't
into
go
that.
much, but right on.
I think it's like actually far superior.
Dude,
for me.
The cast is what puts it over the top for me, and also just something I'll bring up later on. My favorite scene in the whole franchise is from the first movie. But Todd, what about you?
Oh, I gotta rank the other 2.
Oh yeah.
I just did my best, but yeah, best is 2. 2 is awesome, and I'll talk about it more obviously. But if you haven't watched it, 2 is great. Now here's where it's going to get a little controversial because opinions change over time. I like Maniac Cop. This is not a dump fest by any means, but there's a lot of issues with it. Like when you go back and watch it, it's like your childhood memory. I'm like, 1 is not a great film. It's not. There's a lot of issues with the script. Yeah. It's still fun. Like but it's flawed. I actually, Pugs, you had touched on that. I don't think I'd want to see a Maniac Cop remake right now. Right
now it would be a little different, but
it wouldn't be fun right now. I don't think they could have
for
fun
you.
with it.
I'd have a great time.
I don't know. I think you'd get like you wouldn't get Maniac Cop 2. I think you'd get
Eyes on the Product.
Might have been kind of preachy and not fun. I don't know. I think they take it really serious, and it just wouldn't. I don't know.
See how they could.
And there are, watching it again, I was thinking like, Bruce Campbell's character is not particularly likable, although he's realistic. I mean, a lot of cops, infidelity and whatnot. It's solid, but it's just, I don't know. The twist is it's not that interesting. The red herring doesn't quite work. I don't know. It's just not a great film. I like it. I really do like it. But when I watch it again, I'm just the revenge portion with Richard Roundtree and everything. I think they kind of deprive us of what that really could have been. And I don't know. It's really not one of my favorite William Lustig movies. I would put Uncle Sam above the original Maniac Cop.
Fucking crack if you did. That is bullshit.
I'm just being honest.
Crazy. That's fine, but it's fucking nuts, Dan.
I'm being honest. It's a little bit of a surprise when
Uncle Sam.
It. Yeah, I think Uncle Sam's a blast. I really do. Maniac Cop's just
he sucks. I like it.
Childhood and adult doesn't add up. Having said that, I still put Maniac Cop in my second place, the original in second place. Third place, Maniac Cop 3, which it's funny because there were a lot of issues on Maniac Cop 3.
It's an Alan Smithy film.
It's an Alan Smithy film. There was a lot of issues, and the big one being William Lustig. His heart, I don't think, was quite in it because he was replaced right before this. He was going to direct True Romance, and he was replaced by Tony Scott. So his career would have very likely gone in
way different direction. Yeah.
He might have, Sam Raimi level possibly. I can understand because you knew True Romance was something special when you read that script. So a lot of issues. The script just changing. It was originally going to be kind of a blaxploitation film, and I know there was a lot of heat. Robert Davi didn't embrace the camp. Robert Davi kind of just did his own thing, and I love Robert Davi, but a little bit of humor here and there. I think some of the romance storyline just didn't really fit. 3's got a lot of issues, yet it's still fun in its own way, but it's a big mess. So that's my last place.
I like the Thelma and Louise ending. The last shot, that was nice.
Yeah. And again, they were doing it on half the budget. I just love 2 so much.
Dude, that's crazy though. Half the budget and they do that fucking fire car chase. That's still like crazy. Fucking.
Yeah. Action scenes were definitely still there. And remember, we're talking 93 at this point. So the industry was changing quite a bit. And I think it's still impressive what Lustig was able to pull off here. And Lustig, and I should say Joel Susan as well. But that's my ranking: 2, 1, 3.
All right, Snoop Dogg. I'm kind of shocked at Dan though for his favorite. I just assumed it was going to be Derek Chauvin, but I guess I was wrong. Okay,
so, you can't set me up like that, man.
All right, I'm actually with Dan. Well, I'm actually kind of with everyone in the point of like 2. Well, in certain parts, like 2 and 1 going like I can't. It's hard to pick, but I'm with Dan in the fact that right now 2 is where I'm going. 1 would obviously be second, but a lot higher than Dan's between 2 and 1, and 3. It is a step down, but I do enjoy it.
Yeah, me too.
So that's where I'm at with those.
That's the one I revisit the least. I'll say that because I can stop at 2.
Yeah, I actually thought 2 was going to be number 1 for all of us on this.
Ask me in 3 days, dude. We'll see.
So too, but it looks like it was very close with everyone.
It's a good segue into the next segment, so it's
well, let's go to favorite
kill.
Favorite kill. So my favorite kill is Matt Cordell's death. And they fucking literally replay the scene in every single goddamn movie because it's so awesome. And they do it so well. And that's the most iconic scene to me. Even watching this, like I watched this movie, the first Maniac Cop, fairly young. And like that's the one scene that's always stuck out to me. And that's my favorite kill is just the stabbing in the shower and the way it's choreographed. And Matt Cordell's beating the shit out of all these thugs until
he's gonna get some.
Until somebody
you're gonna earn this, motherfucker.
It was badass. Like he gives one a big boot, and it was a pretty iconic scene. Even like the perverseness of it. He's naked doing it too. It's an iconic scene. And that's always been my favorite kill, especially just I love the way they Joker his fucking face, right after he's basically dead, and how that eventually evolves into the later movies and the way that looks in the makeup. Always love that. So that's my favorite kill is Matt Cordell's death.
Fuck yeah, that's a good one. Well, for me, it's a simple one, and I just think it's cool that whether they keep the face in the cement or not, like a cement suffocation. That's fucking brutal. That's cool as shit. And you get an imprint. You could be like Jerry Brudos when he fucking plastered those titties that he cut off. Here, take in the city. That's fucking I think that's cool as shit. Mind you, there's a bunch of cool kills, and I'm sure we'll go over those. But that one to me stood out. I'm just like, that's just super fucked up. I don't want to go out that way. What about you, Dan?
My favorite is again, Maniac Cop to me always felt a little more action than horror. So my favorite kill is not the goriest necessarily, but I love the way Turkel Leo Rossi goes out into. I love a good burn. Like
Yeah, me too.
it's just there's nothing better in a movie than a practical fire, just full burn like that. And I thought that was really just awesome the way Cordell takes him out. And yeah, that would be my favorite.
Going through the fucking building into the
fucking walls,
Yeah.
man. Like, that's
Badass.
fucking concrete.
I never get tired of just somebody falling out of a building and then
yeah,
the
William
fire.
Lustig-
That must have been your Christmas.
William Lustig said that he was inspired by the Thing from Another World. And he just basically wanted that for the last 20 minutes of the movie. And it was so fucking badass. Like, I ain't complaining. I'm with you. Like, some of my favorite slasher films of all time, you know, they always have a nice long burn, like Friday the 13th, Part 7, or Nightmare on Elm Street. So, yeah, I'm with you on there.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Yeah. Todd?
I 100%. I'm 100% with Dan, and the fire burn in 2.
Yeah.
That whole segment is just awesome. Yeah, you nailed it. I love. Yeah, that's my favorite kill.
Yeah, it's
Right
good
on.
shit.
Awesome. So favorite character next.
I know Pugs.
You want me to just go then? Because you're right. So, the Todd of the whole franchise, Steven Turkel, Leo Rossi.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. And watching that Joe Bob Briggs show, I did not know how he got into character. So the fact that he went to a peep show where they have the live girls back all in the day with the thing that goes up and down, and instead of oogling her fucking bodies like normal, this motherfucker decides to stare at her eyes. And she got so uncomfortable, she got security and had him kicked out. And he's like, well, I guess I found the character. I'm like, Leo, all hail. So yeah, dude, like, I want his prequel. I think there's a whole movie about
It's not
and
the
the ending he
accused.
can. There's a world there. It's right after The Accused and right before Maniac Cop 2, where he lost his shit. I want that. So yeah, he's my favorite. Dan?
Leo Rossi.
I was gonna say we'll jump back to Krueger.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, no, I'm with Pugs. Leo Rossi as Steve Turkel in Maniac Cop 2 is my favorite character. I just loved how, you know, he's got his own thing going on, but then, you know, Matt Cordell comes in and he's like, holy shit, I got Matt Cordell by my side. He's like all happy and shit. I just thought it was so goofy, but awesome. And you know, he kind of looks like Charlie Manson too in this movie, which was pretty cool. You know, you obviously get that inspiration there. Did you guys also get at the beginning of the movie that one dude with the nasty fucking teeth? Did he remind you guys of Richard Ramirez? Because I totally got that.
Well, he does now.
I thought you were gonna say a different Richard.
Oh no!
Oh wait, no, wrong one. I meant the other one.
I always remember him being like a bad guy. I think it's in Hard to Kill or whatever. He's always a heavy. He always has a fucking sawed off. So it's like, oh, that's that guy. But you know what? He would have made a great Richard Ramirez. So.
Yeah, I got that imagery, and you know, along with Steve Turkel's character, kind of looking like Charlie Manson. So I got like the whole serial killer mixed in with Maniac Cop. Like, I love that. So Steve Turkel for sure is my favorite, and I felt bad for her when Maniac Cop took him out at the end. I was like, damn.
We
Dick
get
move.
yeah, that actor was in a lot, but we get a lot of great actors. Clarence Williams, the third, rest in peace. Small little role. Danny Trejo.
Darth Vader's dad.
Yeah, Danny Trejo.
Yeah, Danny Trejo there briefly.
James Earl Jones Sr. Whatever the fuck his name is.
Jackie Earl Haley too.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah,
I popped really hard in Maniac Cop 3. I was like, yo, it's fucking new Freddy.
Yeah. Very underrated actor. And speaking of underrated, my favorite character is also Turkel. Leo Rossi, just in general, like he was always, I don't know. I mean, it's not like he didn't appear in a lot of things, but he should have been in more. I don't know. He's just such a great actor. And I got to go with him. I wish we had more from that character. There's a lot more you could have done. Like you said, prequel film would have been cool. We'll never get it, but still, nonetheless.
Fuck, I may write it myself. Dan, you can take the second pass.
Do a fan film. There you go. You can, I don't know how you explain the age, but just fuck it. Just go with it.
It's a prequel, homie.
Well, I know, but you want Leo, of course.
Well, I'm not. Okay.
You gotta have Leo.
We can talk off camera. I'm gonna do this, actually. What about you, Todd?
All right, I'm just gonna say it. For a series that has Tom Atkins in it, and I'm picking Leo Rossi over him, that says something.
One big hole for Leo.
Right. I think that's our first actor to get one big hole.
Nah, he's the shit, dude.
And it's an honor for it to be him.
Definitely.
We need
this
a Leo Rossi shirt.
Yeah. In general, yeah.
I mean,
1, 2, 3, 4. Pump that pussy till it's sore.
There we go. That coming soon.
He's a guy too. He never necessarily always had the largest role, but he could steal the show even in a smaller, screen time. I mean, really, probably not a ton of screen time in this movie.
The one time I had a chance to get that fucking autograph, I was younger and like I wasn't as ballsy brazen as I am now, or even a fucking few years later, because I wanted to have him sign that phrase so fucking bad. But I think he would. I think he would too. I got fucking Henry Rollins to sign his tattoo from Sons of Anarchy. So I don't that was years later. You guys remember that tattoo? Good shit. Man, I just wish I could, if I ever get an opportunity. He's still kicking, right?
Yeah, Leo's still alive and well.
One of these days, I'm gonna get that.
Where did you meet him?
Stupid the Halloween 30 years convention. Remember that stupid piece of shit? But we don't need to talk about it.
He who shall not be named. That is hilarious, Pugs. You've referenced that, and a bunch of people have asked me like where the hate comes from. So.
They're in previous episodes, and I'd rather not just stir the shit up. But
yeah,
I'm not going to hate too much. He did have the greatest idea in all meet and greet histories with to have a beer with Tom Atkins. Just saying, it's sorry to put him over.
A broken clock is right twice a day. He gives great interviews, but fuck that guy.
Well, there you go.
I'll get him on very soon.
That would be so funny.
You go right ahead.
I didn't tell you. You would just pop on, and then
the same reaction will happen.
I just think it's hilarious that you didn't let him sign a poster, that you just pulled it away from him.
Fuck that guy.
Like, not you. That's kind of what I did to Frank Scene on the XPW flag too. I was like, nah, you don't want to sign that.
All right, this one's gonna be pretty tough. Favorite stunt, of which there are many.
Fucking shitload in all three.
Some quite dangerous looking too.
Well, I'll go first and just say you guys already brought it up. The long burn last 20 minutes of Maniac Cop 2 with Matt Cordell massacring everybody while he's on fire, and then throwing Leo Rossi out the window through a fucking car while on fire. Like, that shit is just fucking awesome. So that whole sequence is my favorite stunt.
Right on. All the fire stunts done in the whole 2 and 3 in particular. Holy shit. And for the time that they were being made and how long they are on screen, I don't know how the fuck they did it. My hat is off to you. But I like the car chase in 3. I thought that was fucking I don't know how they did it. I was very impressed.
When he's on fire, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's it's Ghost Rider or Twisted Metal type. I'm like, you guys can't tell me you can't do it, because look at this fucking movie.
That car is very durable to not just burn up at that point.
Fucking logic out the window, dude. Like this, there's a man on fire, a zombie killer cop on fire and he's chasing these motherfuckers. Amazing. So yeah, that's mine. But I will say, fucking carrying a body in 2 while you're on fire, that's fucking hard too. So.
I would have been curious what the blaxploitation throwback Maniac Cop 3 would have looked like from Larry Cohen, but yeah, a lot changed. They were getting pages the day of filming, so all things considered, yeah. All right, so my favorite stunt is, which I thought was really cool, was Claudia Christian's stunt from, well, her stunt double stunt from 2, where she's handcuffed to the car. I thought that whole thing was just awesome. Again, 2 is just a fantastic action movie, and obviously you're a horror fan if you're listening to our podcast, but I even would tell like action fans, like, no, give it a shot, because it is a damn fine action film. And yeah, Claudia Christian, Susan, her scene where she's cuffed to the car and it just goes. I thought that was fantastic. How about you, Todd?
Easy, same as my favorite kill, the fire stunt in 2. That's awesome. I can't. Yeah.
Landing on a school bus.
Yeah.
Good shit. Should have been a short bus, but that's for the remake.
Well, dude, just the body count he gets, like,
right, yeah.
Before we move on, though, I do want to say that there's a sequence in 2 where he like grabs one of the cops and throws them through like 4 walls, and it's so badass. Like, that's one of my favorite stunts too.
Dude, someone saw Terminator. It's like, we can do a little better.
Yeah, just
put
like
the gun down. Let's just get physical.
4 different walls, like, and just like goes through them. Great fucking stunt work in Maniac Cop 2 alone.
I concur. All right, then. Next one, favorite quote. I'm excited for this one.
Also hard, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. A lot of good one-liners. I will take this one if you gentlemen don't mind.
Sure.
So I have written down here, again, from our buddy Leo Rossi, Steve Turkle. You're the prettiest one in my collection so far. How fucked up is that? That's just a cold-hearted fucking saying, and it rules. That's my favorite line.
I'll go. My favorite quote is from the first film. The security guard saying, "You always take a leak with a gun in your hand. That's a good way to blow your balls off." Just always love that. Him talking to Tom Atkins. And if Tom Atkins blew his balls off, a lot of women would be really upset. So, good thing he didn't. How did he die in the first one? I can't fucking remember now.
He got thrown out of the window, but wasn't he stabbed before?
I think he got like gorilla pressed or some shit. Like,
all right, for me, no surprise, Turkel, and woo! I feel like John fucking Wayne. Woo! That. Yeah, that's just textbook Leo Rossi. I just, how excited he was when he was yelling it. I admire the enthusiasm.
I'm probably gonna watch it later today.
Yeah, man, I love that. How about you, Todd?
I was going back and forth on this one, and they're both Atkins lines. I landed on the whole city's going to hell. Can't take a piss anywhere anymore. Oh, yeah,
Fuck yeah.
So, well, favorite quote. And this one I'm curious on. This is the whole, there's the Freddy debate. Now we have a favorite Maniac Cop design.
Sweet.
So, Kruger, I'm gonna let you go first on this one.
Yeah, I'm Maniac Cop 2. I just like the way he's more, like zombified, and
he's very Jason 7.
Yeah, I really like his local lot in that. In Maniac Cop 1, he does have like the slashers in his face, but he's not like a full zombie. And then Maniac Cop 2, they don't even try to hide it anymore. He's the undead, and I like that a lot. So yeah, Maniac Cop 2. What about you, Pokes?
Right. Big props to the Charred 1 and 3. I do dig the fucking 2 zombie, but I got to go with the first one. I like that he can blend in as long as you don't see like the full on profile. If you see the side, you're like, oh, that's Jay Leno with his big ass chin, but you turn around, he's got the scars. Fucking rad. So yeah, Maniac Cop 1 for me, but like all of them are pretty cool, even Crispy.
Jay Leno as a Maniac Cop might have been interesting.
Oh
I actually would go with the first film as well. I Robert Zadar, like I said, just has such an interesting face in general, and I just like the just scarred up. It was a little more simple, but I enjoyed it, and yeah, I have to give something from one. Like one,
no, you don't.
Yeah, one just kind of fails in the revenge portion for me. The revenge is not as satisfying. But
I get the whole Bruce Campbell not being a likable character. It's kind of banking on like people already liking him, and at that point, it wasn't even as much as it is now. But I mean, like, if you like Bruce Campbell going in, you're gonna like his character more than you're just like.
I just like
why do
that
we
he
care about
cheated
this
on his
guy?
wife, even though he's an asshole. What?
No, hey, I'm good with a-hole leads. I think it's like, I know I brought up 7 for the look of Maniac Cop 2, but it's also like Nightmare 1 for the first one, where it's a little bit more restrained than the later entries.
Yeah.
And I like that about the first one. I'm with Pugs and Dan on this. I like the first one. Second is very close, and I like the third, but it's one of those that can go back and forth with 1 and 2 depending on my mood. So,
like, if I wanted a figure of Maniac Cop, I'd want Maniac Cop 2, I think.
and that I get 100%. That lends itself more to a figure.
I was gonna say if I had to fucking dress up as him, I would definitely go 2. That's
there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I think really would have helped the series if I could go back would be to flip Davi and Campbell's roles, because Davi would have been great as just more of the piece of shit, and then you get him out there, and Campbell would have, I think, hit that right there, because William Lustig was not a fan of Robert Davi. In fact, he kind of even makes fun of him a little bit. Like, he apparently liked to sing opera on set, and I think Lustig wanted to punch him a lot of the times, because he does play it very
in a movie
straight.
too before he raped a woman. What movie was that?
Oh my god!
I was going to say he sang opera in Goonies, but it's definitely not that one.
Yeah, no. Goonies is.
Was that Sloth? Was
R word. Let's see.
It's Steph Chunk.
I hope it wasn't Anne Ramsey then.
Ooh. I like Davi a lot. I really do. I think he's a great actor. He just, I can see where Lustig was coming from. It's like, and apparently he was just doing his own thing, because in the script the character was, had a little more, and Campbell would have hammed it up a little more, which would have helped.
He was coming off of James Bond. He knew he could do what he wanted.
Oh, well, hey, Davi's, Goonies, Die Hard.
No, he's a great actor.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Thank you for bringing that up. We have a Die Hard reunion in Maniac Cop 3 when he's talking to the black cop. Was it Johnson and Johnson, the 2 cops in Die Hard, Davi and the other one? Remember, they have the same name, but those were the 2 FBI guys. It was Davi and the black dude. I forget his name. But
I don't remember that. Right on.
There's a scene where they talk to each other. They have a scene in Maniac Cop 3. So.
Davi now makes like Christian propaganda films. He's like the judge.
Watch those.
He's the judge in like some he's the judge in
From Left Behind or one of those Kirk Cameron movies.
No. Well,
he found a market.
It was one. I think it was like a Roe v. Wade movie, and he's like the judge in it. And so, yeah, it actually sounds kind of funny to do a commentary on at some point. But
now my Maniac Cop 3 story. So you know how I know on Joe Bob they talk about how it was shot in L.A. I can't remember what magazine it was. I used to get it every week, and they always had movie theater, or movie extra bits, like if you want to go do an extra bit. So there was extras for Maniac Cop 3, and I wanted to go so bad, and I was trying to go. Didn't happen. I was a senior in high school, I think, when it came out, or when they were doing it. But I remember I told like the whole drama class, you guys got to go do Maniac Cop 3. And I told them I was going to go. So, and I didn't, like, I can't remember what happened, why I didn't get to go, but I didn't go. So, like, it never was mentioned again. And then someone saw that it was out on tape. And they're like, oh, did you do that? I was like, oh, yeah. And they're like, oh, what scene? So I told them, like, oh, you have to watch it. And here's the scene. Now, they like the first one was like I didn't see you, and then I told him the scene it was. So this is the scene I told him it was. You know when they're like outside in Cordell, like is it? I can't remember. It's a chick or a dude. And he like punches them, and they go flying on the car.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh yeah, I'm just standing in the background when they like do that. There's like no one in the scene but those two. I was like, no, it's right there.
Yeah, it was off to the side.
I mean, everyone Cop 3 to find me.
That's fucking awesome. Should be in marketing.
That is awesome.
Now I should go CG put myself in that scene.
We want the extras in Maniac Cop 2, actually. Like, look, I did a recurring role. I got paroled. Have any of these... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say if we do a fan film, maybe we have Cordell in a wrestling scene, and he can just like punch Todd in the front row, punch his head off. We'll do like a Jason Takes Manhattan.
Caesar's got to throw a full beer can as head
first. Yeah,
there you go.
Honestly, if I did a fan film, I think it'd be more fun to do a Psycho Cop because that's just tongue in cheek.
Yeah, it might be.
I want to do the Psycho Cop versus Maniac Cop. Let's fucking go.
That's muddy.
There you go. That would be cool.
I know what's his name.
I take my money.
I know Bob Vance is down.
I think Matt Cordell beats the shit out of Psycho Cop, though. I'm sorry.
Unfortunately, that one has to be recast. Okay, fantasy casting. Who are you casting in? The
the Tick. What's his fucking name?
Putty. Well, no,
that's Joe from
Warburton, Patrick
Warburton. Yeah.
He would be my pick.
Ooh, but a fan film though. Are we like factoring in fan?
No, that one I said for like a reboot, rename.
Oh, okay. I don't think he necessarily has to. Yeah, it's tough though to get somebody with the right like something unique.
You can do prosthetics if you have a weak ass chin. Because you can do Ben Affleck too. Fucking let's get it.
Affleck.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. I don't know about Batfleck.
I do.
I want if we're getting a big budget Toxic Avenger, I want the big budget Ben Affleck Maniac Cop.
You know what? Cosign. Fucking Batfleck is Maniac Cop. Make it happen.
Fuck yeah.
And I was gonna say directed by Tony Scott, but never mind.
Taking that from me now too. God damn it.
Well, he's not taking any more roles from him or films.
That is true.
True confession, I still haven't watched True Romance.
You've never seen True Romance?
Insane, Todd.
What the fuck, Todd?
I have the 4K. I'm a Natural Born Killers guy.
How have you never watched it though?
Well, they started off as the same script.
Yeah, but you never rented that back in the day? My God,
I used to have it. I've had it on VHS, DVD, Blu-ray, now 4K, and I still haven't watched it.
Jesus,
God, it's fucking fantastic.
I've heard that.
I think I like it more than Natural Born Killers, but also every time I watch Natural Born Killers, I always forget how much I like that fucking movie.
Oh my, that movie's that.
It rules.
They're both must-see classics. I was able to see them.
I was able to see it at Beyond Fest with the whole cast. That was fucking rad.
Here's the thing, though. I mean, I got Woody Harrelson or Christian Slater. I'm going.
Well, if you're just comparing those,
you also got Gary fucking Oldman in True Romance. I mean,
he's not a big selling point for me, though.
Oh, Oldman's one of the.
He's good, but I'm not going to be like, I got to go see the new Oldman picture. And I have to be careful about the content. And plus, I really hated Bram Stoker's Dracula, so he gets a black mark from me.
Whoa!
Yeah, I know.
9.
Okay, you know what? For your generation, it might have been the Twilight because I can see that if at a certain age,
Werewolf pussy licking. What the fuck is not wrong with
You know
you?
what? No, pause. I'm going to say this. No, Interview with the Vampire was the twilight of my generation. That one.
Well, yeah, that shit's whack. But
I like Interview with the
fucking
Vampire.
Bram Stoker's Dracula.
I need
Yeah,
to rewatch it. I'll give that one a rewatch. I could be confusing those.
Vampire.
we should.
Ironically, Anne Rice, hater books. I didn't mind the film, but I don't love Interview with the Vampire either. But I like it better than the book. So there's that.
Well, I'm a Queen of the Damn guy. Korn is my favorite band, so Jonathan
So
Davis
is R.
killed
Kelly.
that score. R. Kelly's awesome.
Good soundtrack. Queen of the Damned did have a good soundtrack. The movie.
I've never seen that either. I'm not a big vampire guy.
I get that modern.
Well,
vampire
you like Near Dark,
flicks. Yeah.
Yeah. What?
You like Near Dark?
I do. I like Lost Boys also. So it's not all like Dan just said. I like modern vampires, not just the movie called Modern Vampires, but I like modern vampires over gothic.
No, I was just saying the modern vampire movies. Vampires, I tend to prefer like older films.
Yeah.
You know, Hammer, Universal.
See, I like all the Hammer ones, but like
Vampire show.
There you go.
I like the other.
Kruger,
vampire.
have you seen Near Dark?
No.
Oh, you need to.
That's for you, dude.
All right, we'll have to bring back. What was our show? The first time show.
Yeah,
Cherry Poppers.
Yeah, we'll have to do True Romance, and
we'll find one for each of us.
Yes.
And I would say it doesn't have to be one genre. Just
I think we should do one where we each have one that we're like, I haven't seen this, and we have to watch it.
Yeah,
it'd be fun.
A little bit of work. Mine probably won't be a horror movie, but there are some.
I'm gonna find something fucked up.
Please.
Okay, I know what Pugs is gonna pick for Kruger. Hey Kruger, have you seen Pretty Woman?
Oh, Jesus Christ! Yes, I have.
Wait. Okay.
Oh, I was like, Near Dark, man. We already have it.
Okay.
I feel like Pretty Woman, like most people have seen it with a date. Like it's just one of those movies. At some point, a date made you watch it, or a mom, whatever. You know.
Yeah,
hard to avoid it.
My wife never made me watch Twilight after I fell asleep during the first one.
Dude, fuck Twilight.
I tried.
And
I was like, I don't want to be that guy that shits on it with not seeing it. And I saw the first two. I was like, I'm good. I tried.
I watched the first one and part of the second one. And I was like, yeah, this shit's fucking ridiculous.
And I don't fall asleep during movies, so that tells you something.
Dude, yeah. Shout out though, Robert Pattinson is a way better actor than he gets credit for.
The chick doesn't bother me either now. What's her name?
She's better too.
Yeah, I liked her I liked her in Underwater.
Yep.
I thought she played a decent rip-off Ripley.
Poor man's Ripley. Yeah, she was good.
Yeah. We'll see. Apparently, that Diana movie.
She's Spencer.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see that.
I want to see it.
It looks like it. It looks like she captured her. So credit where credit's due.
We know we don't have to start talking about her.
Yeah.
Is she a Maniac Cop? Is she going to be in the remake?
There you go. She can be the one that cheats on.
She's gonna be fucking Maniac Cop in the 2021 remake. So let's just be honest.
If she has the little boy's haircut, Dan, you'll still enjoy it.
Oh hell yeah! Evil Ed will too.
She's done a few good movies.
Yes.
Well, anyways. Yeah, we're talking
before you guys have to join me and I get phone checked, we should probably get the hell out of
Yes.
here.
So yeah, guys, on that note, stay tuned. Keep an eye out for Cherry Poppers. And flashwoundfeatures.com. Check out the Teespring store for all your holiday shopping needs. Patreon.com/fleshwoundfeatures. Check out the uncensored, exclusive, and early content. It all starts at just $1, and it really does support us. So we do appreciate every one of you, whether you're on the $1 tier or the higher tiers. We appreciate it. And Discord, very active Discord. Check that out. I was on there last night. We were talking shitting and Disney movies and all sorts of shenanigans on there. So
August Underground.
Yes, August Underground. We're everywhere, guys. So check out the links.
All right. Well, that being said, let's say goodnight. Get the fuck out of here, Mr. Dan.
Good night, guys.
Mr. Todd, inmate.
Free Predator Todd.
Stay sick, motherfuckers.
All right, and we'll put some money on your books, Todd. I'll see you in Disneyland.